I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the fields of Illinois to the city of Indianapolis, the Right Lane Cup Series returns for its 13th round of the season here at the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Nicknamed the Brickyard, this 2-mile course has wowed fans for over 100 years, and finally the Right Lane Cup Series will come to this historic venue for 40 laps, which our 42 drivers will have to maneuver around. With flat corners and very long straightaways, we're going to expect to see some very good, exciting draft-filled racing. The fans are ready and raring to go, as are the drivers, a lot of whom have been wanting to win this race more than many others, maybe only rivaled perhaps by our Daytona 500. Let's go ahead and get your starting lineup here at Indianapolis. We're going to see a new pole sitter, Charles Sanford. He grabbed his first pole of the season with Ryan Reed to his outside. James Ellison, a hometown guy. He'll be third with Henry Thomas fourth. Jeff Bolton, who was in Go Home, he'll be fifth with Aiden Smith. Samuel England will be in seventh with Logan Cloud. Jesse Turner, his teammate, will be ninth with J.D. Martin rounding out your top 10. You have R.J. Bishop and Justin Henley, Taylor Frey, Luke Evans, DJ Curtis, and Lane Sanders, Zachary Fitzwater with Luke Martin. Ryan Griffin, your winner last week, he will be 19th and your points leader. He will be in row 9 with Ben McDonald, Jeffrey Finguy, Nick Breeding, Alexander Phoenix, Dunn LaPrade, Angel Gutierrez, Julio Caesar, Joseph Shrigley, and Peter Onjack. Alexander Rowe will round out your top 30 with Miles Mashburn, Nicky Martinez, Griffin Lapel McDermott, Carson Green, Rhodes Gray, Derek Hamill, Jeff James, who's in his last race subbing for Breeding Enterprises, Mac Johnson, Kyle Shoestride, Daniel Foles, along with the two Revolution cars, Christian Vargas and Asher Evelyn will start in the rear. Let's go ahead and go trackside, get that command to fire the engines, and get this race underway.
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Iowa Hawkeye star and Collegiate Women's Athlete of the Year, Caitlin Clark.
Driver, start your engines!
And a big pole for Charles Sanford. This is his first pole of the season, that Busch Light Toyota. Ryan Reed continues his great qualifying efforts in the season 2. This is his second outside front row start. But of course for Sanford, he is looking to get Breeding Enterprises back into its winning ways. Nick Breeding won earlier this year at Bristol. Sanford trying to pick up not only his first career win, but the third career win for Breeding Enterprises. James Ellison, the hometown hero, the IDI Chevrolet, he's the highest running Chevy, and he's trying to pick up his second career win. He won Darlington last season. He's trying to pick up another win here, and this would be such a big win for him. Henry Thomas, so many top 2 finishes this year. He won earlier this year. He's trying to pick up career win number 2. And Jeff Bolton, a surprise, the Dodge, usually go or go home. He finally made a race, and he's putting it to good use. The pace car is off as we come down the historic front straightaway. Sanford and Reed lead us to the green flag. History is being made here. The green flag is out. We're racing at Indy. Going through 1 and 2 for the first time. Ryan Reed did not get a good start. He slipped back to 3rd. Jeff Bolton's going to get past him. He slips back to 4th. Samuel England is alongside. He's going to probably fall to the 5th spot. Down the back straightaway for the first time, Charles Sanford brings that Busch Light Toyota down the straightaway. He's going to head it off in the turn number 3. James Ellison is under attack from Jeff Bolton, but Ellison slams the door on the number 11. Ellison holds on to 2nd spot, while Charles Sanford, he is going to come back around turn number 4, and it looks like he's going to be leading the first lap. Ellison's still behind by about 3 or 4 car lengths. So there's Jeff Bolton, Samuel England, then it's Jesse Turner. Ryan Reed has slipped back outside the top 5. He's in 6th. Henry Thomas is 7th. He started 4th. Aiden Smith is up here to 8th with R.J. Bishop and Logan Cloud rounding out your top 10. That's lap 1 completed. Up front, Ellison's trying to get in the draft of Charles Sanford. We saw in practice how important drafting was. And Sanford doing his best to try to keep Ellison away from him, but Ellison's going to have a gaggle of cars behind him. Jeff Bolton, you see he's making a move. He's going to try to make a move on Ellison. He gets back in line. He dives to the inside. Ellison slams the door on him again. That's 2 laps in a row Ellison's been doing that. Samuel England and Jesse Turner are with him. Meanwhile, Ryan Reed is under attack again from a pair of Pontiacs. Henry Thomas is sitting there saying, hey, you took a few spots from me. I'm going to take one from you. Meanwhile, a fight for the lead coming back around. Ellison attacking Sanford. Sanford's going to lead that lap, but James Ellis is going to take the lead going into turn number 1. You can hear the crowd from up here. This would be a popular win in the state of Indiana if James Ellison were to win this race. He did so good at IRP last year. A late race pit stop ruined his chances, gave Asher Evelyn a victory. This year, Ellison is trying at the big track. He's been coming here for a couple of years. He believes he can do well. Here comes Samuel England diving to the inside. Ellison slamming the door again. Ellison, that seems to be a signature move for him coming into turn 3. Meanwhile, behind them, Sanford is under attack from, that is Henry Thomas. Aiden Smith has thrown Jeff Bolton by the wayside. R.J. Bishop is here, and look at all these championship contenders behind them. We got Ryan Griffin. He's your points leader. Jeffrey Finguy is up in the top 5 in points. So is Alexander Phoenix. He was your points leader until last week. Vince Freeze he started 25th, and he's already up into the top 15. A lot of these guys on the inside line have been making a lot of ground. You see Freeze goes by Ryan Griffin. He's going to get by Ryan Reed. Jeff Bolton, he just seems to not have a good pace because now he's getting sent by the wayside. And we've had a change of hands for the lead. It is Samuel England in the Exalta Pontiac for Spa. He is up to the front now. Jesse Turner gets in line. Charles Sanford is still holding off that hungry M&M's Pontiac of Henry Thomas. Thomas trying to run next to the white line down there. He lost a lot of momentum. That's going to bring Aiden Smith into his draft. Aiden Smith, a good start for him. Probably the best run he's had so far this season. James Ellison, who was leading, he's back to 6th. He's got Zachary Fitzwater behind him. Never mind, he's got Jeffrey Finguy behind him. Finguy is on a move. Finguy is up into the top half dozen. He's going to try to get up to James Ellison. Finguy, who lost Michigan in a heartbreaker a couple of weeks ago, had issues at Chicagoland, and now he's up here trying everything to try to win a race this season. We spoke to him after Michigan, and he was not as vocal as he usually was. Finguy matured a lot, and he was maturing a lot. He told us that it's racing how it is. Man, he ran Ellison out of the groove there. Sure, Ellison is not happy about that, but we saw, oh, we got trouble. Henry Thomas, we saw, was that Silver? It was Henry Thomas, wasn't it? It was. Henry Thomas is in trouble. The M&M's Pontiac is coming down pit road. They're having a mechanical problem. Thomas is saying he cannot, the car just will not run. The engine is running, the car just will not put any power down. But that sounds like a camshaft failure to me. And for Henry Thomas, who has had such a great last 5 or so races, looks like he's going to DNF. He's out. That car is out. Henry Thomas is out of the race. What a shame for them. Looking back up here, that is shaking up the top half dozen or so. Ellison is in trouble. Ryan Griffin's down in the top 10. R.J. Bishop and Alexander Phoenix getting around Vince Freeze. And that will hand the lead to Jesse Turner. Turner has gotten past Samuel England. That is our 4th pass for the lead today. In the top 3, that's a Ford, a Chevy, or that's a Ford, a Pontiac, and a Toyota have broken away from Samuel. That's Aiden Smith. Jeffrey Finguy is up into the top 5. Finguy seems to have the best car in this run. If he can get up here, he's going to try to get this lead. The top 3, though, we're going to see if Sanford's going to try to get his lead back. No, England's going to try to get his 2nd spot back. To the inside of Sanford goes England. He's going to get by him here. Sanford slots back in line. He's got enough room to do that. Aiden Smith sending it in there. This Hot Wheels hot rod is right up to the back bumper of Sanford. England lost a lot of momentum coming out of turn number 4. That's going to bunch the rest of the top 5 up. It's probably going to bring Zachary Fitzwater into this. Finn Guy to the inside of Aiden Smith. Smith trying to hold it on the outside, but I think Finn Guy is not going to take any prisoners here. Here he goes. Smith is stuck on the outside line. Finn Guy is up to 4th. Fitzwater is up to 5th. Phoenix has gotten past R.J. Bishop. Vince Freeze has gotten past R.J. Bishop. Logan Cloud is holding the top 10. Ryan Griffin is stuck in a gaggle of cars back here. You see it. Ben McDonald, Jeff Bolton is up here. Ellison's trying to get back forward. That's DJ Curtis trying to move up with J.D. Martin. That's Julio Caesar with Lane Sanders. Taylor Frey, Griffin Lapel McDermott, who had a horrible starting position. He's trying to make up a lot of time. Miles Mashburn. The doctors have officially cleared Mashburn to race healthily after that being on concussion protocol the last couple of races after a hard crash at Michigan. Mashburn running in the 22nd spot, moving up to 21st. There's Alexander Rowe, Jeff James in his last start for Breeding Enterprises. Man, look up here. Mashburn made a ballsy move to the inside of Lane Sanders and J.D. Martin. He's going to take him 3 wide. Sanders gets the momentum, and he's going to try to make it back. But we were talking about Jeff James, who was in this car for Major Robinson, who had suffered a severe concussion and broken ribs during that same crash at Michigan Mashburn suffered in. You'll be seeing Robinson. They've cleared Robinson to race next week, and he'll be back in round number 14. But up front, Finn Guy has moved forward. He got up to 2nd place, but Samuel England threw him away. Charles Sanford slipped back he's slipping back even further now. Back up to, this is to the 8th position, I do believe, probably the 9th. Here comes R.J. Bishop. R.J. Bishop, who was in Go or Go Home, by the way, he is trying to move forward. He's trying to get as many points as he can, get back in the top 35. Same for Aiden Smith, who just got back into the top 35. You see it there. Freeze Sanford is just losing spots left and right. Finn Guy, though, he's right on the back bumper of Samuel England. Fitzwater waiting in the wings. Jesse Turner, though, this would be a big win for the New York native. You see, here comes Finn Guy passing Samuel England again. But this would be a huge win for Jesse Turner. Mind you, Lake Effect has 1 career win. Logan Cloud won at Iowa last season. Turner came very close a couple of times last season. I think Charlotte, excuse me, the season finale last season comes to mind. Turner's had a couple of good runs this season. He's just outside the top 10 in points, and this would go a long way. Turner told us he considers himself to be a dark horse in this championship. They can make a charge in the second half of this season and take the title, which I think is reasonable. But considering how much ground he's got to make up, he's going to have to start running elite for the rest of the season. And seeing how he's running here today, that might not be a shock. And the caution flag is out. We've had trouble on the back stretch. There's Carson Green. There's Luke Evans' car. The Freightliner Ford is tore up. That's Daniel Voles. We don't see he's got the whole right side of his car ripped off. There's Angel Gutierrez made it into the race on time, and now you see the second time in 2 races for that team, the right front of that car is ripped off, and Justin Henley, Crossroads Racing, just cannot catch a break. This is the 3rd week in a row for a Crossroads car to get crashed. And the caution flag is out as the leaders jumble together down the back straightaway. We're going to get a replay for you and see what just happened here. So we're going to take a look here with Luke Evans, and you're going to see, Kyle Schuster sent it in there on Luke Evans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow, what a hit. Nick Breeding barely got through. Derek Hamill. Oh, Gutierrez. A hard crash into Justin Henley. The rear end of Henley's car is demolished. There's Luke Evans getting away. Voles had the right side of his car ripped off. Asher Evelyn with damage as well, maybe from that wreck. Here's another look at it. You see Luke Evans. Shoes tries, the rookie sent it in on Luke Evans. And then, oh, wow. And you see here, oh, Gutierrez. Asher Evelyn, I think, missed the wreck. Barely. But you just saw it there. Voles took a hard hit to his door. Luke Evans, I'm shocked that car can still run after the wreck it took. Carson Green, another wreck for Carson Green. A shame for them. They DNQ'd last week. Big shame. Riding on board with Justin Henley, and he probably has no idea what's about to happen. Gets tipped there and then gets hit again. Oh, wow, what a hit. Of course, it didn't look like a bad hit there from Henley's POV. Riding on board with Nick Breeding, who's back here struggling with a tight race car. Oh my goodness, how on earth did Breeding make it through that? He would have had Luke Evans land on him had that not been for Carson Green hitting him. Riding on board with Angel Gutierrez, who came into this wreck late, had absolutely no idea what was going to happen. You see the smoke, trying to slow it down. Bam! There's Henley out of the smoke and just nowhere to go. The last on board we're going to have is Asher Evelyn in the Wawa Toyota. And oh wow, man, another big wreck avoidance for Evelyn. That's the second week in a row Evelyn's had a good wreck avoidance. So we've had pit stops here at Indianapolis. Everybody took the opportunity to come down. It was going to be a two-stopper anyways. Samuel England lost a few spots. Jesse Turner is going to retain the lead. Finn Guy will get to second. Alexander Phoenix will be third, with Zachary Fitzwater, Vince Freeze, Samuel England, Logan Cloud, Ben McDonald, Julio Caesar, and RJ Bishop are going to round out your top 10. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 2, race number 13 here at the Brickyard. We'll be right back. We'll get you to the green flag right after this.
Where'd you go? I just did a bump and run and took the lead.
I ran out of dip.
Dip? I'm racing neck and neck, and that's all you can think about is dip? You need to get your priorities straight.
Look at the bumper given to the 75. Caesar to the inside. He's going to take second spot.
Felicitations, malefactors! I am endeavoring to misappropriate the formulary for the preparation of affordable comestibles! Who will join me? I don't get it.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
You okay, Patrick?
Finland!
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No! No! Don't floor it!
Floor it?
No! No, no! Don't floor it!
Okay, floor it.
Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 13 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We are coming back to the green flag after a multi-car crash off turn number 2, took out several cars. Angel Gutierrez, who took that hard hit with Justin Henley, both of them have been checked and released from the infield care center. Jesse Turner is your leader over Jeffrey Finguy, Alexander Phoenix, Zachary Fitzwater, and Vince Freeze. That is your top 5. Samuel England had a right front issue when they were changing the tires. That car fell from 3rd to 6th. Logan Cloud gained several spots. He's up to 7th. Ben McDonald gained 5. He's up to 8th. RJ Bishop holds 9th. Julio Caesar gained a few spots, and he's up to 10th. Coming back to the green flag, we're going to be watching Jesse Turner and Jeffrey Finguy very closely, because Finguy has had a very good car. He radioed over. He said he didn't have a very good restart car. He didn't have a good start to this race. We're going to see how he does. Finguy and co. Were feeling very loose on that, so they tightened the car up a little bit. We're going to see how that car handles now. The pace car is off. Turner is into restart zone, and he is gone. The green flag is back out. We're back racing on lap number 16. The top 10 or so are single file going into turn number 1. Everybody is spaced out very evenly. Here comes Finguy. He's going to try to make a move on Jesse Turner. Turner runs a little bit of a lane higher to build a run down the back straightaway. Phoenix is underneath Finguy. Finguy is going to try to build a run down the back straightaway. Fitzwater, what's he going to do? He's going to let the 62 back in, but we'll see what that's going to do. It's going to stack the rest of the top 10 together. Going into turn number 3, Finn Guy is right, getting back at Jesse Turner. Samuel England is the first one to get attacked. He's getting attacked by Logan Cloud. He slams the door back on him. Coming back around, Turner is going to come back and lead lap number 16. Julio Caesar, who's holding the top 10 down. Here comes Jeffrey Finn Guy to the inside of Jesse Turner, and this is going to be a very bad situation for Turner. He's got to find a spot in line. But Jeffrey Finn Guy to the lead here at Indianapolis. And that separated him from Alexander Phoenix. The Fitzwater cars have thrown him aside. That stacks up the field. Turner can't get a spot in line. Fitzwater trying to get back in line with the 9. The 24 is back in the top 5. That's Samuel England. Phoenix trying to get back to Jeffrey Finn Guy. Turner found a line in 6th. Ben McDonald under attack from RJ Bishop. That moves Bishop up to 7th. Ben McDonald back to 9th. RJ Bishop, or Julio Caesar, is holding off Logan Cloud. Ryan Griffin is moving forward. Taylor Frey. Charles Sanford had a horrible pit stop. That 19 team went from the top 5. They're outside the top 15 now. Here's Ryan Griffin. He's going to move into the top 10. Back up front, though, Phoenix has run down Finn Guy. We'll see what Jeffrey Finn Guy is able to do. Remember, they had to fix a loose condition. They tightened up the race car with a little bit of wedge. We'll see what Finn Guy is able to do. Here comes Vince Freeze. He's going to make a move on his teammate to the inside. Will Fitzwater allow him to have it? Maybe not. Fitzwater's fighting back on the outside line. That's going to bring Samuel England and that Exalta Pontiac back to them. England has been very vocal the last couple of weeks about his struggles with Spa. Considering he won 2 races last year, that's understandable. But England has been hoping that they could recover, maybe get back into the top 20 in points, at the very least. And right now he's under attack from Turner again. R.J. Bishop and McDonald are with them. Meanwhile, the top 2 have separated themselves since the Fitzwater cars have been dueling each other. Phoenix is going to try to keep Jeffrey Finn Guy on the ropes. Remember, we have to pit again. I do believe we'll have to pit around in about 10 laps. That'll be our second pit stop. And these guys are probably trying to ride it out till then. And if you can ride it out like you have Finn Guy is out of the dust. He's in the dust. Finn Guy clipped the wall going into turn number 3. Phoenix is going to go by on the outside line. Freeze is going to try to go by on the inside line. Phoenix has to be careful not to hit the wall like Finn Guy did. Finn Guy went off in the corner. It looked like he lost all grip. Maybe it was that they were trying to fix that loose condition. They went too far to the tight condition. I don't know, but Finn Guy is going to be in trouble. He's got damage. Oh, no, look at the right side of that car. Freeze is by. Fitzwater's by. Here comes Jesse Turner, another Ford. He's probably going to go by. Finn Guy stuck on the outside line. Ben McDonald is here. Where did he come from? And that Dr. Pepper Toyota. Samuel England and Julio Caesar are back. My goodness. What a change of events. That's going to put Phoenix to the lead, trying to get his championship lead back. Finn Guys came over the radio. He said he went off on the turn number 3, and he missed the entry, and he could not get it to turn. He got it up in the marbles. A costly mistake for Finn Guy. They're going to have to fix that on the next pit stop, no doubt. Here comes Vince Freeze to the inside of Phoenix. Down the straightaway, Phoenix is going to lead a couple of laps. But Vince Freeze is going to try to take the lead, become the 8th different leader today. This will be the 10th different lead change in 21 laps. We're halfway here in Indianapolis. Freeze sent it on Phoenix. He's going to back it up on the 62. That's bringing Fitzy and Finn Guy back to him. Zachary Fitzwater getting help from draft with his teammate. Fitzwater is going to go to second. Finn Guy trying to figure out where he's going to go. Fitzwater running it hard into the corner. Phoenix ran it even harder. Look at Phoenix. Fitzwater had to get out of the gas. Phoenix kept the second spot. But that's going to let Vince Freeze get away. Wow, what a run for Vince Freeze. He is just running. This would be his first win of the season. The birthday boy, I might add, celebrated a birthday earlier this week. But Vince Freeze, I'm sure this is going to be a very popular win. The most popular driver in the field. The champion from last season. and this would be probably the best birthday gift anybody could give him, but there are probably 35 other cars left in this race that have other ideas. Phoenix is going to stay in the draft. We'll go ahead and go through the field. Fitzwater's third. Samuel England has moved into fourth with Julio Caesar. Ryan Griffin has moved up. There's Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy has gone from fourth to eighth in this lap. Turner is back in the eighth spot with Ben McDonald ninth. R.J. Bishop and Logan Cloud are in a heated exchange for the top 10, with Charles Sanford appropriating his position. Taylor Frey, we've seen Frey lurking outside the top 10 all race, trying to get another top 10 for Giotto. Damage on the right side of that car. Alexander Rowe has moved forward. We last saw Rowe in about the lower 20s. J.D. Martin is back in the 15th with Mac Johnson in 16th. Aiden Smith, Smith has scooted outside the top 15 now after a bad set of pit stops. Rhodes Gray is in 18th with DJ Curtis and Miles Mashburn rounding out the top 20. Here's James Ellison. They just do not have the long-term speed in that number 3 car, and it's showing. He's right outside the top 20 with Christian Vargas. There's Ryan Reed. Jeff Bolton has fallen back to 24th. Derek Hamill's moved up to 25th. GLM, Griffin Lapeland McDermott's 26th. There's Peter Onjack, Lane Sanders. Kyle Schustrai, who got a reprimand from both his spotter and his crew chief for causing that wreck, is back to 29th. And there's your Nashville winner, Dunlap Pratt, back in 30th. Joseph Shrigley's in 31st with Nicky Martinez. Luke Martin, an uncharacteristically bad day for the rookie out of the Fitzwater Australia Racing Camp. Jeff James has slipped back to 34th. Nick Breeding has still not been able to fix that tight issue he's been having. And then Asher Evil is 36th. And the last car on track is Carson Green in the number 67. They ripped the hood and the front end off of that car, and they're trying to run down laps hoping for another caution. Back up front, though, it's getting very heated for the battle for the lead. Look at Vince Freeze trying to hold off that Exo Tiger Pontiac of Alexander Phoenix. Phoenix appropriates to the inside. Here comes Fitzwater with England. England is back in the draft of this top 4. This would be a big story for England as well. Having the Exalta Pontiac getting a win here at Indy would mean a whole lot for his family. Julio Caesar is right back. He's getting attacked from Ryan Griffin. That was your Iowa winner, Dodge's first winner in the Right Lane Cup Series. And here's Honda's first winner in the Right Lane Cup Series. Trying to get back up here, trying to make sure he can't lose his points lead because it's very slim as of right now. Griffin, who won last week at Chicagoland, doing everything he can do to maintain his championship lead. Jeffrey Finguy, though, he's trying to not lose as many championship spots as he can, but man, that's going to be a tough order. Man, he almost got punted, it looked like, by Jesse Turner. He had to lift very hard going into the corner. Finguy is falling back. He's back to 8th. He's going to try to get underneath the 75. R.J. Bishop holding his own in the top 10 with Ben McDonald. Alexander Rose back to 11th. Sanford's 12th. There's Taylor Frey in 13th. And everybody trying to get back in line. Frey is trying to get back Caesar, trying to get back at Jesse Turner. Griffin has set sail. Meanwhile, up front, the gap has been maintained. This has been a very, very intense race for the lead here. We're coming back to complete lap 26, coming to lap number 27. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 13 here at the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The birthday boy, Vince Freeze, is your leader over Alexander Phoenix, Zachary Fitzwater, Samuel England, and Ryan Griffin. We will be right back after these short messages. We'll take you to the finish from there.
You spend the day going in circles. When you earn the right to do one more, that's fuel for the soul.
For every turn, a twist. For every start, an untimely finish. For every win, someone who loses it. For every number, a nation. For every celebration, a brawl. For every split second, years of work. For every heaven, a hell. For every good old boy, a good old girl. For every curse, a prayer. For every ounce of order, a jug of chaos. For every twist, there's a turn.
Pit stops are happening here at Indianapolis. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, round number 13 here at the Brickyard. This is the last wave of pit stops happening. Vince Freeze was your race leader. He's brought R.J. Bishop, Charles Sanford, Logan Cloud, and the rest of the field down. Freeze is going to take 4 tires here. Looking back up through the field, these are cars coming off. There's James Ellison, Kyle Schustry with Jeff James. There's Jesse Turner. This is probably the latter half of the top 10. You saw Cloud shut the door on, McDonald shut the door on Turner. Here's Samuel England with Ryan Griffin. Julio Caesar. There's Zachary Fitzwater. Here is Alexander Phoenix. This might cycle him out to the lead. He short pitted. He was the first car to come in on lap number 28. We're going to see here. There's Vince Freeze. And there goes Alexander Phoenix. Freeze has got to get back up to speed quickly. He's running 120 miles an hour or so on the apron. Phoenix is running 130 or 170 down the back straightaway. Freeze is probably going to have to let Fitzwater by. Now this could be a very big chance for these two. We're going to see how it goes coming back around. But Fitzwater and Freeze, if they can get together and draft with each other, then the two of them could, in theory, run down Alexander Phoenix, because we're coming back to 9 laps to go in the race. There is Alexander Phoenix. We're going to see he's at the start-finish line now. Here is Zachary Fitzwater. He just passed the start-finish line, and that's going to put him about 2.9 seconds, about that much. We're going to see if these two are going to be able to draft together and get back up there. Because mind you, both of them pitted a lap and 2 laps respectively later than Phoenix. They have fresher tires, and they're going to be running a little bit faster. Because you see Phoenix right there at the brake markers running 185. Fitzwater is running 192 at the brake marker. And this is all important for Fitzwater. This would put him, I believe, if he can win this race, this would put him back into the top, probably in the top 6 in points. And that would be huge because Vince Freeze already is in the top 5 in points. But for either of these cars, because Fitzy has not won since Rockingham last year, Freeze has not won since last year as well. Luke Martin is the only driver on their team, the rookie, who's won races. So Fitzwater, I'm sure whatever the outcome would be, he would be very happy. You saw it though. Man, Freeze got loose on the back straightaway there. They had to hold on to the car and stay behind the 59, but you saw they gained 9/10 of a second on the 62 running like this. If I were Phoenix, I would be very concerned because there's 8 laps left in this race. They're coming back to 7 to go, and he's going to lose this gap. I believe even if these two begin fighting for position, because now there's Phoenix and the 2 Fitzwater cars are in the camera shot. 7 to go. Here comes Freeze to the inside of his teammate. He roughs up Zachary Fitzwater going into the corner. They gained 6/10 of a second that time. Freeze and Fitzwater fighting. Freeze is going to get to the 2nd spot. Now the two of them have swapped positions. They're going to try to move forward, and man, you see it there. They're getting closer and closer. Freeze ran 190 into the corner. Let's see. Phoenix is running 191. Freeze is running 195. They're going to run him down. Not if Freeze does that, though. He missed the corner like Finn guy did. He keeps it out of the wall. Fitzwater's going to get to his inside. Man, he's going to rough up his own driver. Teammates fighting here at Indianapolis. This is absolutely not what they want. This is what Ryan Griffin wants. Griffin, trying to maintain his points lead, is right up here. He needs to pass these guys. If he can do that, he can maintain his points lead. Here he goes to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. This is ruining Vince Freeze. They only gained 2 100ths that time by, but man, I think it might be the beginning of the end, because I think Phoenix is giving the 9 a little bit of draft. Yes, he is. Still 3 mph faster on the straightaways. Phoenix going into turn number 3. Vince Freeze didn't miss the corner that time. Fitzwater is staying with Ryan Griffin. We're going to see what they're going to do. Julio Caesar is in the mix. How about this? The 75 car. He could be an upset here if everything plays out how he needs it. Freeze, though, has gained a bunch of time on the 62. 5 laps to go here at the Brickyard. Can the birthday boy chase the 62 down? Can Phoenix get his first win of the year? Or the second win of the year, excuse me. He won Atlanta earlier this season. Actually, no, he didn't. Freeze won Atlanta earlier this season, excuse me. Phoenix trying to get this win. But look at Freeze. He's weaving back and forth, trying to decide where to go. Look at this. He sends it in on Phoenix. This might not be a good move, though, because Phoenix has used that runoff off the corner to keep spots. But they're going to maintain the side-by-side. No, they're not. New leader here at the Brickyard. It's Vince Freeze. New second-place position. It's Ryan Griffin. Phoenix had a terrible, terrible set of corners. Griffin back to second spot and will maintain his points lead. Fitzwater getting such a massive run going into turn 1. He had to let out of the gas hard. Lap car ahead. It's Carson Green. He's about one of these short chutes ahead of the 9. With 4 laps remaining, how will this affect the race for the lead? There he is. Green's in sight. The top 4 under a blanket with the rest of the top 7 in striking distance should anything go wrong. Christian Vargas moving into the top 10. Jesse Turner maintaining a 9th. Freeze has been able to put a little bit of a ground on the 1 and the 62 and the 59. Coming back around, we're coming to 3 laps to go. This is going to be good for the 9. He's getting a lot of draft off the 67, but he's going to stay behind him. He's going to try to make a move. No, he's not. He had to let out of the gas. He's going to move to the inside of the 67 going into 1, but that brought the whole rest of the field back to him. Griffin stuck behind the 67. No, he's not. This would be a good time to use him as a pick. Freeze is going to get away. Caesar is back up to these guys. That's going to bring Caesar back up here. Look at the 10. Look at the 24. England's going to use the 67 as a pick to get around the 10 of Rowe. Coming back around, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Griffin and Freeze have separated themselves. Fitzwater and Phoenix. Phoenix is saying he thinks he's got a tire going down. What an absolute shame. If he can hold on to it for the rest of this would be an absolute miracle. 2 laps to go here at Indianapolis. What can Ryan Griffin do? Can he go 2 in a row? 3 wins on the year. Can Freeze get his second win this season? Coming to the short chute. Griffin is going to have to stay in the draft. He's going to have to try to find something. Griffin has been able to use cars side by side to his advantage, but there's only 1 car ahead of him. That's the 9. Coming down the back straightaway. Griffin is faster. He's about 2 mph faster, but he's had to lift earlier. Freeze ran up half a lane higher. I think that's going to bring Griffin back to him. Coming back around, he's going to get the white flag. 1 lap to go here at the Brickyard. Vince Freeze, Ryan Griffin, Zachary Fitzwater, Julio Caesar, Alexander Phoenix, Samuel England's in the wings. White flag, 1 lap to go here at the Brickyard. Man, you saw Griffin got a lot of run there. Going through turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Coming on to the short chute. Can Griffin make a run at him? He's got 1 more shot. He's running a lane lower. He's right on the back bumper of Vince Freeze. Here comes Ryan Griffin, the Little Caesars Honda, down the back straightaway. What can he do? He's got to make it into turn number 3. He's right on the back bumper, but Freeze is matching his speed. Going into turn number 3 for the final time. He's going to have to set him up. Griffin runs half a lane lower. He's got his tire tracks on the white line. What will Freeze do? He runs a lane higher. Griffin runs a lane lower. What is he going to do? It's not going to be enough, I don't think. Coming out of turn number 4, Vince Freeze, the champion, the birthday boy, is going to get his 4th career Right Lane Cup Series win. Freeze wins the Brickyard. What an elation out of that number 9 camp. Ryan Griffin, a heartbreak, a 2nd place. Zachary Fitzwater, another top 5. It'll get him a 3rd. Julio Caesar gets a 4th place, his best run since his win at Iowa. Alexander Phoenix is in 5th. Samuel England started in 5th. He'll end up in 6th. A great run out of the Exalta Pontiac. Another Pontiac in the top 10. That's Alexander Rowe, the rookie. Ben McDonald is in 8th. Jesse Turner, he will get a 9th place. And Christian Vargas started in the back. He manages to get up into the top 10. But for Vince Freeze, Flex Tools, Fitzwater Australia Racing, and Ford, this has been an amazing run for them. They played the pit strategy right. They drafted with their teammate Zachary Fitzwater. And I'm sure this is going to be a very popular win in the garage. Vince Freeze, he will get the win here at the Brickyard. Thank you all so much for watching this great race. Vince Freeze will take the points lead, or will not take the points lead. Ryan Griffin will maintain the points lead. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll get you your finishing results here in a second. Thank you all for watching. Taking a look at your finishing results here. Vince Freeze gets his 2nd win of the season, his 4th career win. Congratulations to that team. Ryan Griffin will get a 2nd place finish back after his win at Chicagoland. And will keep his points lead. Zachary Fitzwater, another top 5. Caesar gets his 3rd top 5 of the year with Alexander Phoenix. That rounding out your top 5. Samuel England, Alexander Rowe, Ben McDonald, Jesse Turner, and Christian Vargas, who started in the rear, will round out your top 10. Mac Johnson gets his best run in the last few races. He'll get 11th. Rhodes Gray gets a 12th. Taylor Frey gets a 13th. J.D. Martin, Charles Sanford round out your top 15. Looking back through here, Kyle Schustrai, who's been summoned to the Right Lane Cup Series. Hauler, his crew chief, and his spotter have all been summoned there for a talk with the Right Lane officials. Aiden Smith, who had a good run going, will finish 24th. Logan Cloud, same deal, had a problem on his pit stop, drops him to 27th. Asher Evelyn, who missed that big wreck, will finish 29th. Looking back down here, Jeffrey Finguy, they had to fix that car. They'll drop him to 36th. James Ellison, he will end up 35th after starting very well here. Henry Thomas, we see there, suffered a camshaft with Gutierrez, Voles, Henley, and Luke Evans, all out of the race with damage. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been an amazing race here in Indianapolis. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.